Alright, welcome back to Margaritas in Paradise. Hey, I wanted to go over with you a couple things that recently came up and things that, and people ask me about this. It's kind of a delicate subject, but this is about pharmacies, okay? Pharmacies here in Thailand and Pattaya in general, okay? Oh, I love going out on my balcony and videoing, but I have to deal with the noise out here, so that's just part of it. But the thing I wanted to talk to you about today was pharmacies, okay? Pharmacies are awesome here in Thailand, but, you know, people who travel that are on meds, okay, on a regular regimen of meds, or that decide to live here, and people are thinking, how am I going to get my medicines? And my medicines are so expensive back in the country I'm from, and what am I going to do? Okay, and I want to talk to you about that. All right, because I'm in the same boat. I take my regular round of medicines every day. Okay, and I've been doing it for a long time. So number one, okay, vitamins. Okay, I take vitamins, I take supplements, that type of stuff. And vitamins are expensive here. Okay, there's no doubt about it. And when I'm back in the USA, I always bring vitamins with me, okay, to last for like the year, or maybe 2 years. This last time I didn't go back for 2 years. and I'm going back next week, but that doesn't matter. So I'll bring back a bunch of vitamins with me, okay? So if you'd like, you can buy vitamins here, okay? But you're probably going to spend twice as much for them. And you have an option of shopping for them online with Lazada or Shopee or something like that. Now, the problem with that is, are you getting the real product? And I don't know. I hope you are. I hope you are, because I buy a lot of things off Lazada. But anyway, but medicines, you know, prescription medicines. Some people just don't have a prescription, okay? Is that needed here in Thailand? Well, you're going to find out, that's for sure. There's several different levels of pharmacies located here in Thailand, okay? You have your big chains like Watson's and Boots and Ficino, okay? Now, I use Ficino all the time, and they have a discount program that's well worth it. It's you pay like 400 baht, which is like $12, okay, and you get a discount basically for the rest of your life, and it's, I don't know, 10 or 15%, something like that, but it's really a pretty good deal overall. And the thing is that Ficino, if you buy more than one of the product, they have a price break, and you can ask them about that, okay? I take a testosterone supplement, for instance, and if I buy 12 boxes, I get 1 box free. So there's a good option right there. Okay, and other medicines as well. So so you got that type of pharmacy. You have the hospital pharmacies. Okay, generally speaking, the hospital pharmacies are the most expensive pharmacies around, I think. All right. When I go to the hospital, if it's something you know, they're only going to give me a small amount, or a specific to that hospital, or a certain size, you know, let's say they're giving me 800 milligrams, and at Ficino I can only get 75 milligrams. Then I'll go ahead and get it at the hospital and press on, okay? All right. So there's other pharmacies, and you walk down the street, and there's the local pharmacies, kind of the mom and pop type pharmacies that are all over the place, okay? And a lot of them are in different languages, this, that, and the other, and they kind of specialize to the different ethnic crowds that are here, all right? But they're fantastic as well, because you can find just about anything you want. And if they don't have what you want, they'll let you know where to get it, all right? So that's a really good option too. There's no doubt about it. Now, I know that you need medicines while you're traveling, okay? And of course, always bring as a minimum, the amount of medicines you need while you're traveling, bring them with you, okay? And that just makes sense. But if you decide to stay longer here, if you decide to just extend your vacation or your holiday or however long you're going to be here for, let's say, another couple weeks or a month or something like that, what are you going to do as far as medicines are concerned? Well, you shouldn't worry about that too much, okay? Not in Thailand. So that's just another reason why I love Thailand so much, because there's so many different options you have, especially when it comes to medicines, okay? So, so the thing is, okay, what about a prescription? Do you need a prescription? Well, I think technically you probably do, okay? You probably do. And when I came here, I told you my story before, right? And this is pre-pandemic. Pandemic was getting ready to kick off and everything. And I knew it. All right, I knew it. And I came over here for 30 days thinking I was going back to the U.S. and continuing on with my business. But I ended up staying. I take medicines every day, all right? And I had to be able to refill them. So I ended up going to Ficino, for instance. And I said, hey, these are the medicines I take. They took a look at the list of them. I didn't have original bottles or nothing. I never contacted my doctors or anything else. And they filled my prescriptions, and they keep a running log with it all the time. They give me receipts for it, and I'm able to file claims with my insurance company to get reimbursed for my medicines now. So that's what I do, okay? And when you go there, as far as that receipt is concerned, you have to ask for the big receipt, which is, it breaks down all the medicines that you take, so your insurance company knows exactly where they're coming from and that sort of thing. So let me tell you, narcotics, for instance, okay, controlled substance type medicines, things that are easily addictive, that type of stuff. I don't take any of that type of stuff, but I will assume, okay, I will assume that you're going to need a prescription. There's no doubt about it. So don't come here looking for hydrocodone or that type of stuff, okay? And if you do need that type of stuff, bring a prescription. I would suggest going to the local hospital and getting a prescription for that medicine, okay? Because that's a controlled substance even here in Thailand, and you want to make sure that you do it the right way. You don't want to be caught up in something illegal, okay? No, by no means. But here, okay, for my type of medicine, cholesterol medicine, for instance, let's say my ibuprofen, my blood pressure medicine, things like that, I get basically all over the counter. I go in there and ask for it. I tell them what I want, the size I want, the medicine I take for my tremors. It's all that way, okay? And I go in there and ask exactly what I want. Now, there's other things that people ask about all the time. It's like Cialis, okay, or Viagra, or antibiotics, okay? That's all over the counter, okay? So you can go to any local pharmacy here and just let them know what you're looking for. And here's another thing, especially the mom and pop pharmacies. Now, I don't want to treat or tell you to treat them. The pharmacies or pharmacists specialize in medicine, right? Okay, but they also kind of, in this area, lots of people will go to the local pharmacist and say, oh, I have a stomach ache, my head hurts, I'm dizzy, this, that, or the other. And the pharmacist will say, okay, you need this, this, and that. All right? And people kind of treat them like clinics to a certain extent. Now, I'm not telling you to use a pharmacy for that type of diagnosis by any means. If you're sick, go to the doctor by all means. Okay? But that's what they do here. And generally speaking, it works pretty good for the Thai nationals and the people that live here locally. They take advantage of that by all means. All right, so now I'm going to touch a little bit more about prescriptions in general, okay? I'm not trying to tell you to self-medicate by any means, no way, all right? And if you're concerned about it, we have local clinics here and hospitals. They're so reasonably cheap. Go to them, tell the doctor what you need, get a prescription, okay? It's easy, and this is the place to do it. There's no doubt about it. And check the prices here, because a lot of medicines that you get back in your home country are much cheaper here, and there's a generic here more than likely for a lot of those medicines. So you want to look those up. It's amazing. I used to use a Voltaren cream on my shoulder, okay, and it would, in the U.S. it would cost like I think it was like $45 for a tube, you know, and out of that I ended up having to pay like $8 of a copay. But now I can buy Voltaren is an over-the-counter. It's not even over-the-counter. It's in front of the counter type product. You can just pick it up off the shelf. But I can buy Voltaren in the great big 400-gram tube or whatever the size it is, the big tube. All right, and it costs like I think it's like 285 baht, which is, let's just say $10 for the tube, and it's a great deal. But they have a generic version of it as well, and it's even about half that price, and that's of course what I use. So that's just good examples of what you can get here. And so here's another thing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up. If you think of anything I should be talking about, please let me know. All right. So here's another topic, okay? You're going to see street vendors, guys and girls driving around on motorbikes selling different products such as Cialis and Viagra, and I'm sure there's other companies out there. Comagra, okay? Comagra is another big company here. And they're selling these products from their motorbikes, okay, as well as cigarettes like Marlboros, and I don't even know what other type of brands there are. Marlboros are in my head for some reason, but anyway, and so they sell all these products, okay. Now, in my book, those products are questionable. Are they the real thing? I don't know. I don't know if I would trust buying something that is half of the Thai half price, which is very cheap anyway. And I'm concerned. So be careful. Be careful about that. Okay. You know, let's say the Comagra gel, for instance, that so many people use, one pack for one day or whatever, that type of stuff. It's similar to Viagra, but it's in a gel form, okay, and flavored at that. You can buy a 50-pack of that for, I want to say it's about 1,000 baht, okay, $30, okay, for a 50-pack, and it works fantastic. And you can go to most pharmacies here and find that, okay? Every now and then you'll see it on sale for maybe 800 baht for a 50-dose package. So you got that. And I think Comagra, you can look it up online. I think Comagra comes out of India. I'm not 100% positive there, but I think it's a pretty good product. I've used it before, so. But you can get it as well, Viagra or Cialis. If you need those type of products, you can get it, okay? But if you go back to the U.S., definitely stock up there, okay, unless you have to pay for it and everything. If you're using your insurance company and you get it for free, stock up there, okay? And then bring it with you. Just bring it back all in original packaging. And so if you ever get questioned, I've never ever been questioned about that type of stuff, and I can always carry it in my hand carried baggage, so it's right there. If somebody asks me about it, I can show them everything, and you know, it has my name on it and where I got it from and everything. So that's the way to do it. But while you're in Thailand, okay, while you're in Thailand, take advantage. You know, I know I'm so used to going to the doctor in the U.S. I've been struggling with a sore throat for a couple weeks, this, that, and the other, and I finally break down and go see my doctor. And what they do? They give me a prescription for amoxicillin, and they say, here's a 10-day supply. Take one in the morning, one at night, 1,000 milligrams each, and do that for 10 days. They say, make sure you finish the product. Don't stop, and because you're feeling better, finish the product, take the full course, and you can't drink alcohol or anything else, blah, blah, blah. You know, that type of story. And but you know, they're going to give you amoxicillin and maybe ibuprofen or Tylenol to control the pain, and maybe some spray to soothe your throat, okay? And you already know that, okay? Now, you could go to the clinic, and the clinic is probably going to charge you 300 baht to see them, which is really, really cheap, $10 to go see a doctor, okay? And then you're going to have to pay for the prescription, okay? But you already know what they're going to give you. And what I would probably do, I would probably go down to my local pharmacy here and say, hey, I need a 10-day supply of amoxicillin, comes in 7-day supply. So I'll get 2 boxes, 1,000 milligrams, and I'll get some sore throat spray, maybe some honey, lemon, something or another, and a bottle of ibuprofen. And altogether, that medicine there may cost me let's say, the amoxicillin's around 300 baht a box, so there's like $10 there for each box. So that's $20. The ibuprofen, probably about 60 baht, so it's $22. And the spray is probably another 30 baht. So $23 worth of medicines, and I can come home and start getting on that regimen and clear up my symptoms fairly fast. So you have a lot of options here, there's no doubt about it. So the main thing is, if you're concerned about a prescription, go to the doctor, number one, okay? Have them write up a prescription. It's not going to be a problem in the least bit. You can go to the clinics and explain to them that you're short on your prescriptions, whatever, and they're going to take care of you, okay? And it's going to be very reasonably priced. So you can go to a local clinic, do the same thing, all right? All right, one thing I want to reiterate there is don't come here looking for these narcotics, morphine and things that could potentially get you in big trouble, okay? This is not the place to go find that type of stuff. And if you really need that type of stuff, go to the doctor and get a prescription, all right? Please, please, take care of yourself here. Come to Thailand to have fun. This place is so beautiful, and your money goes so far here, all right? Come here and enjoy yourself.